Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, punching the hard talk. I'm the Majestic Snare, and that is someone you may have seen before. It's the Deviant Lee. Not too close to the mic now, don't scare the children. You're a family-friendly channel after all.
Yes.
We bollocks.
I like eating all of the families.
Yes, so let's get into today's video. Today's video is all about exclusives, based on some recent kind of controversy, we could say.
Bunnies!
So, Death Stranding, a game that's been mooted for a year or so,
Yep.
has released on PS4 on the 8th of November with a bit of news from Hideo Kojima saying, oh, it's coming to PC in early 2020.
Summer 2020.
Summer 2020. So, and it has outraged a lot of console gamers. And looking at some of the tweets and some of the videos that we've seen people making on these, I thought it'd be a good chance to discuss exclusives in general, but also what's going on with Death Stranding. So, have you had fun reading up on this one, Lee?
Yes.
I mean, as close. Well, I'm nearly 40. And,
I am 40.
And so we're old codgers at this. And exclusives are, for me, inherently a bad idea. But certainly when you have an exclusive from a company that's put money into the game, you can also understand why they would do exclusives. It's just that the better option for the consumer is that more people are able to play the game. Surely. I mean, that's kind of the logic there.
Yes, more people, more systems, more sales, more units, more money.
Yeah. So obviously, if you're going to be, curating a game, you want control over that game and pull people into your hardware on the console or the PC version. You know, in terms of the publishers and developers, they're going to get the money whether it's on one system or the other. Maybe slight variance on revenue streams, but for the consumer, if you have a PC or you have a console, it doesn't really matter if you get it before one another. I mean, everybody wants stuff on day one, but it's a digital thing most of the time. And even when you buy like a special edition these days, you don't get a disc, you get a download code.
And a little doll or something.
Yeah, which I love. That's a whole different video. Go check it out.
I think we've done that,
yeah. But certainly for exclusives, it doesn't make any sense to get actually butthurt about something coming out on a different platform.
No, I think I understand exclusives from one point of view, in that the fact that I will probably have to buy a PS5. I won't have to buy the next Xbox because it won't have anything that is locked to Xbox that I can't play on PC, whereas the PlayStation 5 probably will. So you can understand why they're doing it. The actual console makers themselves, they're doing it to keep people buying their consoles. But as an end consumer, do I really fucking care? No.
Nope.
I mean, if it's going to be on PlayStation or PC, I'm going to not spend £400 on a PS5. I'm going to play it on my PC and use that £400 to put a better graphics card in it.
Yeah, I can't fault that logic. Unfortunately, some of the logic that you see on tweets and people issuing death threats to Sony and Kojima for actually doing something to expand its reach of Death Stranding in particular.
Yeah, and like, we're not fanboys with Death Stranding in no sense of the word. We will be reviewing it soon, unfortunately.
I have my copy at home. I will be playing it tonight.
I need to buy it.
But I'm not expecting great things. As we said in our previous video, why does it look so boring? Oh my word, did people not like that?
No, but we seem to be in agreement with at least half of the reviews out there.
Yeah.
So,
but in the grand scheme of things, of exclusives, you can get a game that's an exclusive, great, fine, brilliant. But that's just going to be more cost to you as a consumer if you don't have that platform. If you really want to play it, you're going to have to, like you said, buy out a £400 console at time of launch, usually, and waste money. I mean, a good example for me is Red Dead Redemption 2.
yeah.
Exclusive on PS4. Fair enough. That's what Rockstar do, but Rockstar also then release it onto PC at some point in the future, like Grand Theft Auto.
So you buy it again.
And to be honest, with Red Dead Redemption, I probably will buy on PC.
Yeah, Apparently it's festering with bugs, though.
Yeah, I'm not at the moment. I mean, I'm not rushing because I've played on PS4, but I would quite happily buy that game again.
I wouldn't. I wasn't really taken with it.
But the balls and the shrinking and the...
Yeah, it's very much almost Kojima-esque.
the realism of it. Yeah, but you get to fire guns and be a cowboy.
Yeah, but I could do
man.
that in the first Red Dead Redemption, which I actually far prefer. So.
Yeah, I mean, the verdict is out at the moment on Death Stranding for us. We're not going to make any review type considerations on it, apart from the gameplay we saw, and it was a bit boring. Okay?
Yeah, it's like they take the boring part of every other game and make a whole game out of it. Yeah.
So, this video is all about exclusives rather than just Death Stranding. Put it back in. But I don't understand the logic of some people. I mean, some of the people we were watching ranting about the whole exclusives and Sony's better than Steam and stuff like that, where I think they honestly think that when a game comes from the Steam library, on the PC side, and then gets released on the PlayStation side, you can no longer get it on the PC side, which doesn't make any fucking sense. That's silly. Why would you think that?
Especially as one of the ones we were watching complaining about it was PC Building Simulator. Yeah. So something that basically propagates an interest in building PCs. Why not give that to the console guys?
I just don't get it. It just seems like a silly argument and therefore worthy of making a video about. So, I don't know what you guys think about this whole situation of exclusives. I mean, we've maybe touched on it before in previous videos, but never actually sat down and chatted about it. But I think, what do you think? Exclusives, good or bad? Do you even care? Is this something that doesn't even tickle your fancy as a video kind of discussion? I am indifferent because I think it's such a silly argument. As I say, I understand why the console companies do it.
Yeah. Absolutely get that, but I'm not in favour of it whatsoever. God of War, for example. PS4 exclusive. Probably will never change. It will probably always be a PS4 exclusive. Mm-hmm. So I tried to get that for our review. Couldn't get a physical copy of it. So I had to buy it through the PlayStation Store, which means I spent more money than I should have on it, because the PlayStation Store takes their own cut, as does the Xbox Store take their own cut. So until the digital marketplaces on the consoles actually don't rip you off, which, I mean, a few years ago, Need for Speed, I was looking around, I was like, I might get that. It was £70 for the PlayStation Store version. 70.
Well, the argument is that games are too expensive to make now, so they need to be charging more money.
Well, they might sell a few more if they don't price it at £70 on their stupid store.
Yeah, it's very true. I hadn't thought about the price angle, but it's a very important point. I mean, having something that you are restricted to only be buying in that place, or you can wait until a few months later and get it for cheaper. Some people can't manage that. Some people can't manage the wait. But if you can't get a physical copy, and that's probably going to become more commonplace in the future, and you're going to have to be spending money on downloads, which have less shipping costs, which is normally taken on by people like Amazon anyway. But the less production costs of just producing a bit of plastic, which we all know plastic is bad now.
Yes.
So we don't want to be having plastic everywhere.
That's why my fucking shopping don't come with bags no more, except for a lovely Ocado. Well done, Ocado. Give me a shout out.
If you're not in the UK, that won't make any sense, but it's a grocery shopping delivery company. Posh one at that.
Yes, I don't pay for it though.
But also, in terms of the cost involved, just downloading something, it's nowhere near as much cost to produce and distribute amongst the masses. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not one of these precious little plastic Percies that wants their little box to go on their shelf and their little dolly next to it. I'm not one of those guys. I'd rather have it digitally, to be perfectly honest, because I can uninstall it, reinstall it faster over my internet connection than the fucking disc reader can do it.
True.
Just saying. But I don't want to pay more for it. I don't want to, in that circumstance, I would rather have gotten God of War on disc because it was far cheaper. So until I can go onto the PlayStation Store and buy something at a price that's similar to what I would get for buying it on Amazon on disc, I'm not really that interested.
So that's what we think about the whole exclusive debate. It's not even a fucking debate, it's just something we've noticed recently with Death Stranding, and it was a good idea to have a chat about it. I think it'd be interesting to see how this plays out over the next maybe 6 months, and future exclusive, non-exclusive kind of titles coming out of the woodwork, and how quickly things move across. Because at the end of the day, I can see a time when consoles won't actually be a console anymore, much like the Stadia example, where people are trying to go to a online streaming only kind of box that's not really do much apart from kind of talk to the cloud. So we might see more consoles coming that way. We do know the PS5 is going to have a disc-based entry system, disc drive, but it's going to have games or the ability to play discs, as well as kind of tweaks to the controller, being haptic feedback, I think it is, and stuff like that. So there's going to be changes on the console, of the hardware itself, as you'd imagine, after years and years of consoles coming out and being updated, and being able to play in 8K, I think, and stuff like that as well.
Doubtful.
That's one of the specs that's out there.
Very doubtful. I mean, you're paying £400 for a console. Do you know what kind of graphics cards you would need to buy on a PC in order to get 8K?
They are working on using the GPU and the CPU in tandem.
Ooh, good luck with that, sunshine, is all I've got to say there. I think you might get 4K. You won't get 4K 60. You'll get 4K 30. And maybe 8K in movies, something like that.
We'll see. I mean, we don't know enough about the console just yet. But
I mean, besides, who the fuck has an 8K TV? They're fucking really expensive.
They're only about 12 grand.
Only.
I don't know, actually. I think you could probably get an 8K TV for about 8 grand.
Yeah, exactly. That's still no.
It's £1 per K.
If you look at like the 1080p to 4K jump, and like this is 1080, this is 4K. Yeah. Now imagine 8K. That's the amount of processing power extra you're going to need to push it.
Nah, it'll be fine.
It's just, what's the term I'm looking for? It's a math term.
Exponential?
Exponential. He knew exactly what I meant. It's an exponential increase.
Because I'm intelligent and you are not.
No, I just drink too much.
But anyway, that's our thoughts on exclusives before we go off on a complete and utter tangent. Maybe that's a video for another day. But until then, we have videos out every Wednesday and Saturday, so check back then for some more awesome content.
And as always, ring the bell and Snare will come around your house and give you a lap dance.
But subscribe first.
Yes, after subscribing.
And
no
liking.
lap dances if you don't subscribe.
Nobody's going to want a lap dance from you.
I said from you, but I'm quite happy to put my services out there as well.
Okay, take care, guys. See you next time.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.